So I've got some rather important and quite distressing news about the world of wrestling, particularly the relationship between Alberto del Rio and Paige. So, Alberto del Rio, former WWE champion, and Paige, former NXT Women's and Divas champion, uh, they've been in a relationship for about a year now, over a year. Not sure how long, but like a while. Anyway, um, and it seems the relationship seems to have gone okay for like a while, but for a long time. But an incident recently at an audio recording at Orlando airport seems to suggest that something has gone wrong. So, an audio recording was taken of both of the pair at an airport, where you can hear Paige crying, and Del Rio, or El Patron, depends what you want to call him, threatening to press charges of assault or battery or whatever against Paige. And you can hear Paige crying and saying, "Get the fuck away from me," and "I'm trying to get the fuck away from you," or something like that. I'll show you the audio in a minute. I'm just trying to explain the situation for now. So the thing seems to have been quite awkward, and it's definitely distressed. It's definitely disturbed a lot of fans of Paige, and any fans of Alberto del Rio who heard this audio are probably now a bit worried about the whole thing because it makes Del Rio look like a complete scumbag. In fairness, from all the stories that I've heard. So I'm going to show you the audio now. The audio is from the incident, and well, not all of it is understandable, but I mean, it's something. This is the main thing. This is the main source of evidence. So I'll just show you it now.
Let's do it. Leave the cross. Stay out of my life. Leave me the fuck alone and try to get away from you. All the time. Yes, you deserve it. You deserve the last to be in your face, not the water. You are pressing charges against me. The press charges don't fuck press charges. It gets me the fuck away from you. It gets me the fuck away from you. Let's go. I'll follow you. No. You're not gonna let her go. Call the police. She assaulted you. She needs to be arrested.
So yeah, that audio is definitely distressing, it's definitely disturbing, and it puts into question the strength of the relationship between these two, if there even is one. Now, a lot of people are supporting Paige in the situation and condemning Del Rio, and in fairness, it does look a lot like Del Rio caused this. He's currently the Global Force Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, which used to be called as TNA, but he has been suspended indefinitely due to the fact that Global Force Wrestling is issuing a full-scale investigation into these charges of domestic abuse on Del Rio's part. So, Del Rio will not be appearing on TV screens until the investigation blows over, and of course he has to be proven not guilty if he wants to get back onto TV screens as the champion. Now, this is obviously bad as well for Global Force Wrestling, as their main champion is out due to charges of domestic abuse. That does not look good for the company, and considering Global Force Wrestling has just been rebranded, TNA has just been rebranded into Global Force Wrestling, it's just not going good for the company at all, is it? However, before the audio was released, Paige defended her partner on Twitter, saying that they got the cops involved, and that she was crying because she found out bad family news, and a lady tried to take a pic, and then she got angry and threw a drink on Del Rio. She then followed it up by saying, "Please leave us alone, that's it." However, after the audio was released, that story by Paige couldn't really be believed anymore, as the audio suggested otherwise. Paige still defended her husband by saying on Twitter, "Just clearing up the airport situation, just so there's no more elaborate versions of the story. Thanks for respecting our privacy," before leaving a link to the story that she had told a news reporter. Alberto didn't want me to say full story because he didn't want people to know, and I didn't want people to know, that I threw a drink on him. The full story is, I had a phone call saying my uncle is in a bad way. I'm crying outside the restaurant. I go in, Alberto is hugging me. I'm a little sensitive and we stop bickering about something so small. I say I'm leaving and he says something that I won't write on here because it wasn't nice, and I, even though I shouldn't have done it, threw a drink in his face because I was so angry. Again, shouldn't have done it. It was in front of a lot of people. I walk out and he follows me a few seconds later and gets the cops and security, and the crazy lady decides to leave whatever she was doing to follow us and invade our privacy in a completely low way. Only though like people would do. Anyways, it was me who was being held for battery charges because I threw a drink on him. No, he never touched me, and no, I never hit him with a glass 3 times like the internet in all their glory is making out. It's completely ridiculous how one story can spiral out of control. Oh, and guess what, internet? He smelled like beer because I threw a beer on him. Nothing more, nothing less. No one got arrested. There's no mugshots, there's no charges, nothing. That horrible, disgusting human being of a lady decided she wanted to make money out of our misfortune. I wish people would give us the privacy we deserve. I know we don't get it, but I wish that would happen. So that's it. That's the response from Paige. Now, we're still gonna have to wait until we can get concrete evidence. Tweets from Paige. A lot of people believe that the tweets from Paige are being no, people believe that the story that Paige wrote was in fact forced to be written by Del Rio. Del Rio wanted to cover things up. Now, I don't know whether to believe that or not, but the investigation's still going on. Del Rio's still suspended. So until we can get concrete evidence from the investigation, we're just going to have to wait. Anyway, so I hope that it all goes out for the best. I hope Paige is fine by the end of it. I hope that Rio gets fine by the end of it, depending on whether he's guilty or not. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you want to look at Dave Meltzer's reaction to it, the wrestling journalist, you can. I'll leave a link in the description. But that's pretty much all I have to say about this.